I'm Tom Riak, promoting successful business experts, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. Joining us today from Niwot, Colorado, Arlene Miller, work-life balance coach, a work-life balance coach, helping women lead themselves. So Arlene, what do you say to women who feel selfish or guilty for taking time for themselves?
Well, what I say to women is that, that's like pre-programmed. It almost feels like in this world it's genetic because I can remember my mother was that way. She
Mm,
was a stay-at-home mom, but she did everything for the kids and she wouldn't even buy herself new clothes. I remember being a teenager and saying, Mom, go buy yourself some new clothes because there was patterning and programming that she had taken on from her mother
mhm.
that it was selfish and she would feel guilty for doing anything for herself. So it's just a pattern and program that we've taken on from society and maybe even from our parents and particularly our mothers.
Right.
And so since it's a pattern and program, it's not who we are. And we can change that. We can make a new choice. We can make a new decision. And so what we're doing as women is we're turning a ship around. We've had a ship going in one direction where if we do anything for ourselves, it's like, oh my God, I've done something
Mm.
wrong and I feel bad about it. I need to beat myself up. And the answer is no. We're going to stop doing that. That's a trained behavior. So we're going to start doing a new behavior to take its place. And so what we're choosing to do is I'm choosing to coach myself, to talk to myself like I would my own best friend. If I
Right.
had a woman friend who felt really guilty about being taking care of herself, doing the work she wanted to do,
Hmm.
maybe going out to do something with her friends,
Right.
I would say things that were nurturing, that were supportive, that were kind, that would champion her. I would say things to uplift and support her.
Hmm.
And so all we need to do as women is go, hey, I already have this skill and ability. If someone I cared about came and told me the same story, I would talk to them differently. I would be uplifting. And so we just turn around and we start giving those same things
Right.
to ourselves.
Now, your work, do you work with individuals or groups or both?
I work with both, but primarily it's a one-on-one thing. I am a member of the Colorado Women's Bar Association, so I do get to mingle with them, and
Hmm.
but it's not really a group working thing. It's more of an osmosis thing of this is who I am and this is what I'm sharing.
Right.
But I really enjoy the working one-on-one, but I do both.
Yeah, and to the point of women feeling guilty, in the world that I live in, men don't feel guilty for taking time for themselves. It's the other side
Right,
of the
right.
coin. They feel like it's earned and that they deserve it.
Right, right. And so we don't have to continue in that mode of operation. We
Hmm.
can start being kind and patient and tolerant with ourselves. One thing that I think it's really important for women to do is come together in groups of like-minded souls, which is
Right.
why I'm with these Colorado Women Bar Association attorneys because we have children, we have grandchildren, we have work. There's
Right.
many things that we do and many hats we wear, but some of those feelings of being selfish and guilty because we're not there with our children all the time
Hmm.
they still persist. And if you have women of like-minded souls coming together in these kind of groups, supporting each other, I believe it makes a huge difference as well.
Well, your tip to women then is to take their children off of the speed dial and maybe put somebody else in first place.
Well, we can still give to our children. As a working mother, when my son was young, he's grown now.
Hmm.
I still did things because I love to get out in nature. Then I was a runner. I would make sure I took care of myself.
Right.
But at the same time, I gave a lot to him. I made sure that he was involved and got to the activities he wanted to do, that
Hmm.
he got help with his schoolwork if he needed. So it's not an either or thing. It's just not 110% thing.
Hmm.
We can step back and give to ourselves because if we are filling our own self up with love
Right.
and self care, we're going to have so much more to give to the people that we love than if we're running on empty. So
Hmm.
it's actually practically not selfish.
No, I agree with you because to the point you made of having your life and worried about your own health and your well-being, that's point one. If we are not healthy, how can we take care of someone else? So we
Right,
need to be strong in all aspects. That's mental and physical to be able to help others, whether that's children or
right,
spouses or anyone.
right. And if we really feel into down the road, and I have women do this sometimes, if you didn't do anything to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, and everything was given into your family,
Mm-hmm.
what would it feel like? What would you look like 5 years down the road? How would your health be?
Mm-hmm.
How would you be feeling about yourself? How would you be different? And then have them feel into you're just doing something every day that involves some self care. Even if it's 15 minutes, you have to start somewhere. Even if it's just walking around the block or taking a nice bubble bath or something.
Right.
We do something to take care of ourselves. How do I feel differently 5 or 10 years down the road? What kind of person am I then?
That's a good point, because 5, 10, or 15 years down the road, you may be in what they call the empty nest. And the
Right.
children are gone, they're out doing something else, and you're sitting around by yourself wondering, what should I do?
Right. And that is a hard time for women because I was a working mom from day one.
Mm-hmm.
I did take time for myself, and then I did experience the empty nest. It's like all of a sudden this part of your life is gone and gone out on their own. And it is a thing that we need to move through as women for some reason. I didn't think it was going to hit me that hard. I was excited for my son to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a big deal. There was a learning curve experience of coming to a new place in my life. And so it's important to feel those kind of things as well.
Yeah, I agree, because then at that point, when the door closes at home and opens to the dormitory of the school, we just gain hours of time that we never thought we had.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait, what do I do now? So I think that
Yeah.
planning, the pre-planning of that is also essential.
Yeah. Yeah, I help women with that as well. I just had a full life, so
Mm-hmm.
I had already things that I was doing, but it's still, I find it hits us, maybe just because we birthed them or whatever. And it's important to acknowledge those feelings, and they're okay to have.
Right.
It's just a part of life.
No, and life goes on and on and on.
It does go on
And,
on
in
on, no
today's
matter what
world,
we're feeling.
2025, it keeps going. It's longer than we
Yeah, it
thought
does.
years ago. So it is essential that
Yeah.
we not feel guilty and not feel that what we're doing is selfish. So, Arlene,
Right.
to that, how can our listeners find you?
Well, they can find me at my website, which is Jewel Consultancy, Jewel, like the diamond, consultancy.com. I'm on LinkedIn as Arlene, Arlene. My middle name is Cohen, Cohen, and my last name is Miller. You can find me there. Or you can just Google Arlene Cohen Miller, and you'll find me a lot of different places throughout the internet. So I would love to hear from you. If you're in the U.S. area, you can always text me at 720-936-2634, and I'll be happy to respond.
Very good. Well, thanks again, Arlene.
Thank you.
Again, for our listeners, the information about Arlene Miller at jewelconsultancy.com. She's also the CEO of Jewel Consultancy, and you'll find her on LinkedIn. Cafe Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at their site, focusmi.com. Thanks for listening to Cafe Networking Podcast. Talk to Tom, talk to the world.